Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to K-Wing's Let's Plays and your final stream of the night for July 1st, 2021. And we'll be looking at Loki. There is no other stream tonight. I need to rest up my leg after all the stuff that's happened today. And the lab work. I'm not able to do 4 streams tonight. So we'll do, let's see, what was the schedule tomorrow? You had a Mario Golf community stream. Power Rangers Legacy Wars, Trini Zord character, an Ultimate Select stream for an Ultimate Channel member Akira, and possibly Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I'm like literally gonna need like 12 hours sleep. But anyway, let's check out Loki's movie, and then we'll get to look at the character. Loki riding the Fortnite bus. That's terrible. Whoopsies. Oh, that's very Loki-like. All right, so the reason why Loki is in this game now has to do with Loki on Disney Plus. So if you didn't know that, that's why Loki is available. Also, they are currently filming Thor 3, Love and Thunder, I believe. And also, you know, just Loki in general is a very popular character. But definitely Loki, Disney Plus is where all the Loki hype is. And I believe his costume that he's wearing is pretty similar to what you have on Disney Plus right now. So the God of Mischief has entered the world of Fortnite. So he doesn't have a, he's not in the item shop. He is part of the, oh, Thanos is still available to buy. If you want Thanos. Venom, Ghost Rider, all these people are still available. Cap. Blade. No Deadpool. X-Force. Still have Black Widow, Silver Surfer. Daredevil is back. He hasn't been around for a while. A limited time for $600 or 600 points. Battle Pass, no. There he is. Loki. He is part of the Fortnite crew. There you go. So if you want Loki, you have to join the Fortnite crew, which is a monthly thing. This is how you got Green Arrow at the beginning of the year, I believe in January. Now you get Loki. Hooray. And he doesn't come with a glider, so I gave him a Frost Dragon because he's the son of Frost Giants or whatever. Figured that was fitting. He comes with the Tesseract Scepter. And his cape, if you can call that a cape. That's Loki's cape. And I don't believe Loki has any other outfits. No, he doesn't have any other styles. He's just Loki. Oh, some people are Thor. Some people are pretty Thor. What are you doing, Zelda? So Loki came out yesterday on July 30th, or June 30th, words. Zelda, you are so weird. You happy that you ate food? Is that what's going on? Huh? Okay, we're not able to get in a match yet. Hey, thank you for waving, that's fine. That's cool. Loki has a glider? What's his glider? What glider did he come with? He did? I don't remember seeing him with a glider. Let me see. Oh, okay, there it is. Part of the... Yeah, you're right. He has a glider. Okay. It's his time travel thing from the, whatever, Disney Plus show. Okay, alright, I see it. Does have a glider, my bad. What are you doing? You don't even know what you're doing, do you? Nope. Okay, so his glider is from the show. I mean, I would prefer giving him a Frost Dragon, but that's just me. But we'll use his glider and then give him a Frost Dragon later. Please don't lick my arm. You're making me really worried. Because I fed you and you're looking at me like I'm dinner. Ugh. Ah. You're pretty sure that Loki had that ship in Avengers 1 also? That's cool. So how do you guys feel about Loki's inclusion in the game? You happy? Don't care? Let me know. Loki and the Tesseract. There he is, the god of mischief. Do I think Gotham Knights will release around the time of the Matt Reeves movie? It's possible, but I still think that the game's not going to come out until the summer or the fall of 2022. Unless they announce a release date at the DC Fandom event, which they could. We'll find out, won't we? Alright, so we're still waiting to get in a match. Still waiting to get in a match. Loki, the god of mischief. Look at that smirk. He's just like, hello. I'm up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. April would be nice. I mean, that's technically still spring. There's not a lot of stuff going on in April that would work out. So we're just waiting to get in a match. Yeah, you go, Loki. Boogie on down. Did I watch the Loki show? No, I haven't watched it yet. I was going to get into it last weekend, but a friend of mine told me it wasn't very good. So he said, yeah, just wait, and then you can binge it. Maybe it'll improve. If you can watch it from start to finish, and be like, alright, I guess I'll wait then. I'm in no hurry. I'm waiting for my summer anime to kick off. Like, I think this weekend is when summer anime begins. Simulcast or whatever. A friend of mine who's a diehard MCU fan just told me it's kind of average. So. Did I watch WandaVision? I thought WandaVision was okay, but I don't know. Parts of it were pretty dumb. Parts of it were really cool. Other parts of it felt like a CW show. Like they started strong and they ended weak. I guess people had different expectations for the show. I don't know. I thought the show was okay. I mean, it was a decent show about the MCU stuff. Just didn't have a very big finish or whatever. The whole premise of the show was just so that she would be the Scarlet Witch. Just felt kind of like, huh, okay, so that's where they're going with this? Okay. Alright. Whatevs. She also didn't get any consequences for basically enslaving that entire neighborhood. Like, they also cut out Doctor Strange from it because they said if he was included in it, it would be like mansplaining. And basically, the way that they make the show look like, Wanda didn't do anything wrong when she did. She, like, enslaved an entire town to live out her little fantasy with Vision. She was supposed to, apparently in the original script, and the idea that Kevin Feige had with Doctor Strange is there was going to be consequences for what she did. There was no stakes, there was no consequences. It's just kind of I don't know. It was what it was. It's not that big a deal. It's just like, I just thought it was kind of meh. I haven't really been wowed by the MCU shows yet. I thought Loki was going to be the one to wow me because of like the Owen Wilson being added to the show, but it's just kind of like the first episode was good. I lost interest a little bit, and then my friend told me it doesn't really get better, so I'm just like, okay, I'm good then. I'll wait. I want to binge the whole thing and see like if it's going to be any decent. But Wanda, I did, I thought the Sam show was okay, but there were some episodes I didn't like of the Captain America thing either. I wish they would have picked it up the way that they did with the movie, where he is given the shield by Steve, and like maybe not so indecisive the way he was, because it just felt like kind of everything that transpired was Sam's fault for like giving the shield back to people and stuff like that. I thought the transformation was cool, but like basically him at the end doing that speech like to belittle that woman reporter and stuff like that was just kind of like, eh. Doesn't really seem like something Sam would do, but oh well. They were going to do that because of what the political climate is, so, I mean, it's Hollywood. What can you expect? Other than that, you know, I thought the show was pretty strong. It's probably my favorite out of the MCU shows. But I wanted Loki to be my favorite, so. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to hold off complete judgment until I watch the rest of the series, like, all the way through. But I'm not going to watch it week by week, because it's not worth my time week by week. Basically. Does that make sense? I'll wait till I can see the whole thing in like one, like, I don't know how many episodes would be, 6 or 7, maybe 10 episodes, who knows. I'm kind of curious what other MCU or Marvel characters they're going to put in Fortnite now, though. Because Loki is just part of that. Basically, what is it, like $19 a month, you get 1,000 V points, and you get one character or something like that, special select character. So I don't know if they're actually going to have more characters in July for the MCU, or Marvel in general, or if it's just going to be Loki and Thanos all month. I'm hoping they add like a few more Marvel characters. I'd like to see Gambit. I think that'd be fun. Whoa, I don't want to be abducted. Put me down. Ah, I don't like being abducted. I'm dizzy already. Don't do that. I feel like I'm being trolled with the alien thing. Like hardcore trolled right now. I don't feel bad that that alien ship was destroyed now. Because I don't want to be sucked up into whatever. It's like people building stuff around me. It just feels very trolly. Come on! Stop it! Ah! Yeah, Moon Knight's gonna get his own show. Any theories on the Spider-Man No Way Home? Nah, not really. The only theories that I have coincide with a possible leak of the Flash movie. That Supergirl is playing a gender-bent version of Clark Kent. The reason why they haven't released her information, like what type of Supergirl she is because she's Clark. So they're gonna wipe Henry Cavill from the board and have her be basically Henry Cavill that was, you know, it was a dude, but it was turned into a girl because of, you know, time travel or multiverse shenanigans. And then, you know, DC gets their, whatever, their checklist, and they don't have to work with Henry Cavill anymore. It's just a nasty little theory that's going around, or a rumor. I hope it's not true, because that would suck royally. The Batman stuff is going to be cool, though. The Keaton stuff. They've already leaked what his suit looks like. It's basically like the Batman Returns suit with some nice new additions. Like Keaton's going to be able to move his head. His utility belt is going to be black instead of bright yellow. He still has the Batman Returns oval on his chest. The 89 Batmobile makes a return in the movie. The Batcave from the 1992 movie, not 89, is being used for a basis for the Batcave that Flash will end up visiting. Ezra Miller is actually going to get to sit in the 89 Batmobile, which is going to be interesting. And it seems like there's going to be a lot of Supergirl in the movie. So people thinking that she just had like 10 minutes in the movie, she's going to have, based on the different scenes that have leaked for the concept stuff, it seems like Supergirl is going to be in a decent chunk of the movie. But yeah, I would be concerned about the fact that they haven't released like her name, because all the other cast members have their DC character names: Bruce Wayne Batman, Barry Allen the Flash, Iris West, like Henry Allen, those type of things. It just says Supergirl, like, and all the stuff, because they don't want, if people find out that possibly Supergirl is the gender bent version of like Clark that was changed, then people would be super mad. Like the Henry Cavill fans would have like a fit, because, you know, everybody wants Henry Cavill to come back. But, you know, DC and Warner Brothers are going to do whatever they want until, not AT&T. AT&T doesn't care. Until Discovery gives them the yeet and just replaces everybody. But the sad thing is the Flash movie's too far along that Discovery can't do anything. So if Warner Brothers was going to kind of screw Discovery over, the Flash would be the movie to do it, because they're almost done filming it. They'll be done filming The Flash the second week of August, and then the movie goes into post-production. That way they'll have a trailer ready by DC Fandom event, most likely. Expect the DC Fandom Flash trailer to be heavily Keaton, because that is the big thing that they're promoting. Supergirl is just kind of like a side piece in the movie. The big draw and the big thing that they're going to be marketing is Michael Keaton. Just like, I'm really surprised they haven't announced whether or not Tobey Maguire and what's his name, Andrew Garfield, are in the Spider-Man movie or not, because they could be making a killing in promotional stuff right now. Because you can bet Warner Brothers is going to be milking Keaton dry with his addition in The Flash. Like, there's going to be all kinds of new Batman merch and stuff like that based with Keaton's visage on it. So it's interesting that Sony, if those guys really are in the movie, like Toby and Andrew, you'd think they'd start up the promotional train like now so they can build up hype for it, because that's exactly what DC is going to be doing with Keaton. It's no accident that DC gave the green light to have the Batman 89 comic book, you know, to release almost a year before Keaton is back in theaters as Batman. Like, there's a reason that finally got green-lighted when so many different versions of Batman 89, the comic book series, was canceled by DC, saying, no, we're never going to do this. The only reason they did it is because Keaton's showing up in The Flash. That's the only reason it was approved. Which I'm really happy about, because I'm looking forward to reading the 89 books. Especially the Billy D. Williams, Harvey Dent stuff. I think that's going to be really cool. So I'm looking forward to reading those issues. I think they come out like soon. Pretty early in July, I think. But I haven't been paying attention to a lot of comic book stuff right now. I hear they're killing off Spider-Man again, though. Like, this time it won't be Ultimate Spidey that dies. Marvel's Spider-Man. Then they're gonna replace him with Ben Reilly again. It's like that didn't go over well during the the clown saga, the clone saga. A lot of people didn't like Ben Reilly. So I don't know. I think it's poor timing because, you know, they're doing the whole Spider-Man Far From Home thing, and they're gonna kill off Peter Parker in Marvel Comics again. Just when him and MJ were basically gonna get married again, they're like, we have nothing against the marriage of Spider-Man and MJ. By the way, we're killing off Peter Parker again. It's like, really? But don't worry, Ben Reilly will be Spider-Man again. Everybody loves Ben. It's like, I don't think they do. I don't think they really care for Ben. It's more like people like Peter Parker. Ben is just kind of like a emo version of... We didn't really have emo in the 90s. I don't even know how to explain what type of personality Ben was. Ben was like pre-emo. Like, he wasn't walking around with goth makeup or anything like that, but he was kind of like a grumpy Peter. You know, always complaining about, you know, I'm not really the clone. The clone is with my wife, and he thinks he's really me, but I'm the real Peter Parker. Only for when Ben Reilly died, he disappeared like a clone, and then he's kind of like, oh, I guess I was a clone after all. You were right. You are the real Peter Parker. It's like, really? I'm pretty sure, like, the real deal would know that he wasn't the clone. So, yeah, now you Marvel fans have to deal with the whole Spider-Man dying again and Ben Reilly coming back. So enjoy that. That'll be for, like, the next 2 years. Have fun with that. And I think they're killing Scarlet Witch now, too. I think Wanda's gonna be killed. So, yay! Marketing stunt to trick you guys to go buy more comics. Don't fall for it. Actually, if you don't buy the comics, then your characters come back quicker. That's the trick. If you don't approve of what Marvel or DC's doing, don't buy their comic run, and then they'll have to scramble to make something that you will buy. That's the trick. You don't actually have to be like, oh my gosh, I need to buy every single issue so that Spider-Man comes back to life. It's like, no, just don't buy it. You don't buy it, they'll have to bring Peter back fast because they'll be like, oh my gosh, people aren't supporting this. It's like, why would they? This is terrible. This is dumb. They already killed Wanda? Ah, never mind. R.I.P. Wanda. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. I know it may seem silly, but I'm looking forward to, after the stream is done, climbing upstairs with my upper arm strength, taking this stupid boot off, taking my medicine, and just, like, sleeping for 12 hours. That's the most fun I'm looking forward to after all the streams are done, after all the work is done. I'm just got a good round one with the testing at the doctor's, and I've still got MRI left, and a vein doctor, and one other test. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Where is my phone anyway? I can't read the chat. I made Amber pretty salty with the whole Monster Hunter thing. So today I got further in her Monster Hunter thing. It took her 2 streams. Really getting sick of seeing that channel. Oh wow, that thumbnail came out banging. K-Wing, I thought Keaton's suit was supposed to be inspired by Kingdom Come. Nope. Keaton's suit is an inspiration of the 1992 Batsuit, but with some other additions. Because Keaton is claustrophobic, they couldn't feel like he was stuck inside the suit. So the suit looks different. His bat ears don't look like the 92 or 89 Batman suit. It's kind of like his cowl is a combination of, like, I would say Keaton's cowl mixed with maybe maybe Affleck's. There's flexibility in his neck and head, so he's actually, if he wants to turn his head, which I'm sure he will, he can move his head all over the place. There's more flexibility in the arms and the legs as well as the stomach area than in his original costume. It's not spandex. It's not a spandex suit like Affleck was wearing. So it's not that free of motion, but Keaton can actually move around in it, so I doubt he'll feel like, you know, he's trapped in the thing. Which might change his performance, though, because part of the reason why his Batman was so iconic is the guy literally looked like he was terrified, and he was using that fear as a weapon on set. And, you know, he looked terrifying. But that's because, you know, internally he was screaming in his own mind because of how freaked out he was. Now, I mean, I guess we'll see how Keaton acts when he's not claustrophobic, when he's not locked in that suit for hours on end. I'm curious to see what a normal bat suit where he can move around in, if we'll get the same type of performance he did with his bat suit, or if it'll be something else. I don't think it's going to be the same. I think people are going to be kind of disappointed in Keaton's performance. They're going to be like, this doesn't feel quite right. It's like, well, it's never going to be exactly the same because, you know, Keaton did a lot of his Batman suit takes in like one take. And, you know, part of what sold that stuff was his eyes, was his body language, was his ferocity, because he wanted to get it done quickly so he didn't have to stay in the suit. You know? It made sense that he was really going all in and giving the best performance he could, or whatever he felt like worked with his character. It all made sense. Now, I mean, who knows what'll happen? We'll see. I still think it's going to be a great performance, but I think people are going to see the movie and be like, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like the Keaton I remember, or this Batman feels different. That's what I think people are going to come away with. I think people are going to see the trailers, they're going to be like, oh wow, this looks great. And then when they go and they see the movie with Keaton in it, they're going to just be like, maybe this movie should add a more Batfleck in it instead of Keaton. Because Keaton's going to have a big, substantial role in the movie. Keaton's like the biggest aspect of this movie, from what I hear. So, we'll see. They show a lot of different shots of him in different locations. It's not just like, hey, I'm in the Batcave, or here I'm in Central City. Like, they show Keaton and Flash together a lot. It's almost like the button thing. I have no idea who that was. It's kind of like the button storyline a little bit, where Batman and the Flash were together quite a bit. Like, if those, you know, concept images and some other, like, spoilery things that leaked are true, then Keaton Batman is going to be around the Flash a lot more than people thought. People thought that maybe Keaton would be in the movie like 15, 20 minutes, like scattered throughout like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour movie, whatever. But I have a feeling that he's going to be in the movie way more than Affleck and Supergirl. A lot more. And then I guess we'll see how it works out. I don't know. I just hope it's good, that's all. I want it to be good. High five. High five denied. High five. Oh, I wanted to shoot him with my sniper rifle. Dun, 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 dun. Are you gonna do an unboxing and battle the viewers tomorrow? In what? Are you talking about Trini Zord? Yeah. I've already made the thumbnail. I'll set up the stream for tomorrow. I'm not gonna set it up right now, obviously, but yeah, I'm covering Trini Zord tomorrow. Trini Zord will be at like 8 o'clock probably. No, 9 o'clock. And the Ultimate Select stream will be at 6:30. So the plan is tomorrow. You've got Mario Golf community stream, 4:15 p.m. Then you got the Akira Ultimate Select stream at 6:30. No Monster Hunter tomorrow. And then for an hour, around 9 o'clock, you have the Power Rangers thing. Because my cell phone can only video capture for like an hour before it like shuts off. So my Power Ranger streams usually take like a half hour to unlock the new character, and then I play with people online for about a half hour, and my phone is pretty much dead at that point. So you can get like an hour and 15, probably 20-minute stream if you're lucky of the Trini Zord thing. And then after that will be more of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, probably around 10:15, 10:30. So that'll be it. Those are the 4 streams I'm planning for tomorrow. But again, it all depends. Like, I could be this tired by the 3rd stream, like I've been getting ever since my foot got worse. I'm hoping after like basically sleeping for like 12, 13 hours starting tonight that I'll be pretty raring to go for my normal like 3 to 4 streams, or 4 to 5 streams a day. Because I haven't been able to do that for about it's been at least 4 days. I barely made it through the Ninja Gaiden stream last night. Like, there was parts of it where my gameplay was suffering because I was dozing off. And just kind of fading in and out. So unfortunately, it's happening a little bit with the Fortnite stream. So you guys are doing good giving me topics, keeping my mind a little sharper. No, sweetie. Did you take your stuff yet? I worry about your little heart when you do that, though. Whoa. That's fair. That's fair, honey. Whoops. Alright, where? Yeah, wait. I'll go for a ride. Thank you. Oh, is the car dead? Oh, I guess I'm driving it. Oh, alright. I have a horrible sense of direction, but that's fine. If you're cool with it. Whoopsies. My bad. Oh, okay, no, that's not gonna work. I still think it would be cool if they put Kit in this game. If they had, like, the Knight Rider car or the A-Team van, I think it would be dope. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Whoa. Wait, can I do donuts? Wow, they give you a lot of gas for this car. Holy cow. Oh, what? Oh, I see what you do. What in the world? How'd they jump over me? How did that work? Oh, I lost my car. Well, that sucked. Do you think Val Kilmer's Batman will be in the Flash movie? Oh my gosh. He asked. Guess we'll find out what DC does, or Warner Brothers does. What kind of role? Have you seen what Val looks like, though? I don't know if I'd want him in my movie. He doesn't look like he could be Batman anymore in any universe. Keaton is in better shape than Val is. And Val is younger than Keaton. Val looks like he belongs in a nursing home. You know, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, just like it felt no shame to Burt Ward or anything like that, but it was kind of weird to see Burt Ward in, you know, in the Infinite Crisis thing, because Burt let himself go. Like, the first Robin, well, not the first Robin actor, but the television Robin actor, like, really let himself go. Val, it's not his fault what happened to him, but I mean, that's complications from surgery and some other stuff why he gained so much weight. But still, I think it would be, like, pretty jarring to have him appear randomly in Flash's movie. I think that there are some DC TV characters that could easily appear in the Flash movie. The guy who played Flash in the 90s TV show would be a great, like, little cameo in the movie. Linda Carter. The Supergirl actress from the 80s. I think she's still around. Some people from Smallville could cameo, but I don't believe any of them have been asked. Brennan Routh would be great. Nicolas Cage. I'm trying to think who else. Ryan Reynolds. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern in The Flash. And I'd love to have Flash, like, ream his suit. That'd be awesome. It's not gonna happen, though. Like, Disney has such a tight leash on Ryan Reynolds for superhero-like things. There's no way. The reason why Keaton was supposedly able to come back to DC is because the Vulture gets killed off in the Far From Home movie, like really early on. Like he's a member of the Sinister Six for like maybe 5 minutes or something like that. He does not have a major role. There is a Spider-Man villain. There's two of them that have a pretty big role in the movie from past Spider-Man films, apparently, but Keaton is not one of them. Otherwise, I don't think Disney would allow him to be Batman again. Because Disney made a big stink about Robert Downey Jr. working for Warner Brothers and Disney at the same time. They did not like that. They came on board with the production of one of the Iron Man movies when he was playing Warner Brothers Sherlock Holmes. They did not like him going back and forth between the roles. So there's no way that Disney would be cool with Keaton playing Batman and a Marvel character at the same time. That's just how it works. Michelle Pfeiffer would love to be in the Flash movie or another Batman project. Yep. That's because she and Keaton are good friends and they still have on-screen chemistry. Which on-screen chemistry is very important. You know, especially if you're playing like a love interest or a ex-girlfriend or something like that. I'd love to see Michelle Pfeiffer come back. She could do it. Have you seen her Instagram? Like, she still knows how to use a bullwhip. Like, she literally learned how to do that stuff for Batman Returns. She's still very, very dangerous with that whip. So an older Catwoman could easily show up in a Keaton Batman movie. If she wanted to. People would love it, actually. She's aged very gracefully, too. So she could pull off a more mature Catwoman if she needed to. I wonder if Justice League existed in the Keaton universe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Val could be a version of Bruce Wayne if he never lost his parents. Fat and happy. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, anything is possible. Thanks for the super chat. We got a super chat where Go K-Wing, this legendary will take your wallet. Oh no. Wait, Val Kilmer is 6 years older than Keaton? No way. He is not. This I have to see. Are you for real? Val Kilmer is older than Michael Keaton? No way. I thought he was younger. Yeah, he's younger. Keaton is way older. Keaton is like 70 now. Hang on, one sec. Keaton. Michael Keaton. Wikipedia. Yeah, Keaton is 70. Val Kilmer's only 60. 61. And Kilmer looks terrible for his age. Kilmer looks like he's 20 years older than Keaton. Or like at least 10 years older than Keaton. Keaton looks pretty good for his age. Tell you what. If I look like that at 70, holy crap, that'd be awesome. That's what my goal for looking 69, 70. I mean, you could put that man in a bat suit. He's still, you know, still got it. I mean, maybe dye the eyebrows because you can't really see his crazy eyebrows as much anymore, but yep, Keaton aged pretty gracefully. Michelle Pfeiffer too. I mean, people are saying, Keaton can't really pull off Batman anymore. It's like, I think he's still gonna surprise some people. I mean, I think if you would have approached him 10 years from now, no. 10 years from now, he couldn't. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Burt Ward. But Burt Ward got out of Hollywood shortly after the whole Batman TV show thing. Man, Burt Ward is 75. What happened to you, Burt? He's not the last surviving cast member. Ward is one of the last surviving original actors of the 1960 series. Why, did Catwoman pass away? I'm pretty sure both Catwomen are still alive. That thumbnail's great. Did you see that fan-made Batman 89 game? Yes. Luke's Akira's Ultimate stream is at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Amber won't be on it. Amber can... There's no way. I mean, if Amber has to be present on the Ultimate stream, she can't make 10. If Akira's fine with me just doing it, yeah, 10 o'clock is fine. But Amber won't make it. She can't. She can barely make it through 6 o'clock streams. Not to be rude or anything, it's just what it is. Wow, you're going to town on that, aren't you, Zelda? Do you want to spin the wheel? What, spin the wheel? Yeah, that's crazy, R0. Yeah, I know. I looked it up. Burt Ward is 75, one of the last surviving cast members of the Batman show. Mm-hmm. It's still amazing that, I mean, yeah, Burt Ward looks 75. Keaton does not look 70. Like, whatever Keaton is doing seems to be working. I think Keaton lives on a ranch in Ohio or something. Or Texas. I don't remember. He doesn't live in California. Maybe he even came back to Pennsylvania. Keaton is a Pittsburgh native, if you didn't know that. He's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania originally. It's possible that he's living in Pennsylvania. I don't know. Most of the Hollywood actors that still look really good, they don't live in Hollywood anymore. Like, they get away from all the craziness of Hollywood. Also, Keaton has been very selective on his roles. So he hasn't really stressed about work too much. People come to him with offers, and then he decides if he's going to do the movie or not. If he likes the script, and, you know, the wage is good, and the time involved in making the movie, like, he usually accepts it. But he doesn't have as many movies that he's done compared to people like Harrison Ford and other people. Like, I think Keaton's only ever made like 20 movies in total. Maybe 25. Harrison Ford has at least made like probably 30, 40 movies. Maybe more. But, you know, doing all that work like kind of ages you pretty quick. Although Harrison Ford actually looks really good for 80-something. It's going to be interesting to see what he's like in Indiana Jones 5, but I don't know. I have a feeling that Indiana Jones 5 is going to be terrible. I did not like Crystal Skull. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was meh. Nah, I don't care. I'm just gonna... Where's my popcorn? Sorry, Thor. I'm eating my popcorn. You could stand there getting a high five all you want. Not happening. Indiana Jones, the retirement of Doom. Keaton's living his best life. Keaton still looks good at 69 years old. I know. The idea that he's not stressing himself so much, that's why he looks way young for his age. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't let stress get to him. That's a good thing to do. If you can let stress roll off your shoulders, then you don't look like you age at all. If you let stress rule your life and you can't like get over things, you age pretty quick. Because stress is not only a killer, but it's also an ager. That's why, I mean, I look younger than most of my friends. And I have a lot of stuff to stress about. You know, I've got debt up to wazoo to the IRS. I'm still paying back like some credit card stuff from when we had to move cross country, and the medical stuff that happened in 2008, or you know, medical stuff. But I do the best I can. I pay my payment plan stuff. And I just not try to worry about things too much, because if I focus on all the horrible things that are happening, both in the world and in my life, then by now, at 38, I'd probably look like 50. So I just, you know, I do my best and I try not to think about it too much. I invest a lot of my thought process into my hobbies and things that I like. And I don't let stress rule my life. I don't live in the past. There's a lot of people I know that they can't get over something that happened, and they just like, they make that the focus of their entire life, and it ages them a lot. I saw this one person I haven't seen in years recently. They started a YouTube channel or whatever, and I last saw him about, I don't know, probably 10 years ago. Anyway, he made like this YouTube vlog. The guy looks like he could be, I don't know, he's around my age. He's got gray hair, wrinkles, and he just looks terrible. You know, and he's still holding grudges about stuff that happened 10, 15 years ago. Can't let go of them. So, I mean, you know. That's why I know my wife wants me to get more upset about stuff that happened in the past, but I can't. It doesn't just, it bothers me, but I'm not going to let it, like, dominate my thinking or my stress and all that other stuff, because it's not healthy. Just like I don't think about all my medical stuff all the time, because if I did, I'd probably get depressed and cry. I mean, I'm literally going to get an MRI in like a week. You know, I could spend the next couple days just kind of like moping around and being like, oh my gosh, why do I need an MRI? And, you know, going through that whole process and things like that. Or I'd just be like, I'm going to get an MRI on Saturday. I'm not going to worry about it till Saturday. Just show up for the thing and, you know, hope for the best. That's all you can do. If I just sit worrying about it, then yeah, I'm probably going to stress a ton. So, that's just how I am. It doesn't make me any better off than other people. I just don't focus on stress. I have bad stuff happen to me all the time. It's just I don't let it control me, I guess is what I want to say. You know? I'm a lot like Keaton in that area. Keaton yeeted himself from Hollywood. Was very selective on the movies that he did, how much he worked on said movies. And he looks amazing for 70. I'm still, you know, kind of impressed by that. Because, I mean, even when he was 40, I remember this, when he was like in his 40s or his 50s, he still pretty much looked like how he did in the 80s or the 90s. But he still wasn't, it was like, now would be the perfect time for him to do like another superhero movie, or, you know, he could start another franchise, a comedy thing, and it's like, nope, he's not going to make a movie for 10 years. Then all of a sudden, he started making, I don't know, like 3 or 4 pictures right after the other when he appeared in that Spider-Man movie the first time. And then he stopped making movies again, and now he's making a few movies. And I think that's really cool. I really respect that. I don't like everything about Keaton. I think he's kind of crazy. Just like, you know, people in Hollywood are crazy. But he's less crazy than most people in Hollywood. So that's good. Ah, my gun is jammed. Whoops. Oh no. Oh, are you hanging out with me? That's cool. Ah, man. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, pretty much. Everyone does have stress. You just can't let it control you. You know, if something bad things happen all the time. Either you can. My grandfather told me you can focus on the bad and the things that happened, and you know, be upset about it and wish you could change it and make that your whole line of thinking, or you can know what happened in the past and make sure that in the present and the future it doesn't quite happen again. But there's no point beating yourself up over the choices that happened, and then being mad at yourself later that you couldn't fix them. It's like you can fix things now, but you know. So that's just how I live my life. I guess, I don't know. I was in the doctor's office today, and the lady who was doing the stuff, she was, I don't know why she was really talking to me much, but I got like much longer hair now and things like that. And she's just talking to me, and she's like, you know what doctors do when they're just trying to get you to relax and stuff, like, how old are you? Do you have a girlfriend? What do you do for a living? That kind of stuff. She told me I was too young to be married, and I was like, I think you're kind of missing something here. It's like, I already told you when my birth date is. So, if I was born in 83, I'm not as young as you think I am. I got married young, but she said I still look like I was in my, I don't know, mid-20s or something. Like, I was like, okay, that's cool. She's like, how do you pull that off? I said, I don't know. I eat a lot of cereal and juice, and I don't stress about things. You know, considering I'm here and strapped up to this machine and, you know, doing all that weird probing with my leg. You know, I just kind of talked like that. I used humor quite a bit today in the doctor's office. I had quite a few chuckles from people, but the lady who drew my blood, nothing, not even a smirk. And I got some good ones off her. Like, I'm going into the room where they're gonna, you know, poke me with needles, right? And she's like, how are you? It says, how would you be? I asked her, I'm like, how would you be knowing that you're about to be poked and prodded with needles? And she did nothing. No smirk, no laugh, no nothing. Because, you know, most people don't like needles, right? She's getting ready to poke me. And I'm using humor to deflect again. I don't remember what I said, but it obviously was funny enough because there were a couple guys and girl who were getting, like, blood drawn too, and they were laughing. So it must have been pretty good. But this lady, nothing. I had the doctor laughing today. Asking me about, like, how well I was walking. Like I said, as well as I would with this thing on. Or, you know, when they were messing around my foot, I said, they were like, let me know if you can feel anything. I said, well, Doc, if I could feel anything, you think I'd be here? You know? So, I mean, it was just stuff like that. So when the lady is drawing my blood and stuff, I was getting off some good ones. Nothing from her at all. Like, she was a complete wall. And she was way younger than me, too. So you'd think that at least I would get some type of response from her. But here's the thing. She drew my blood, like 4 canisters of it or whatever. Didn't hurt at all. Like, I didn't even feel it happen. But she was just a kind of very mean, uptight young woman. You know? Just, I don't know what it was. But I like to use sarcasm and humor and stuff when I go to the doctors, because it's just how I view life. I don't know. It's just what I do. But nothing from the lab lady at all. I was really surprised. Yeah, paging Dr. Wall. Yeah, nothing. I told her she was good at what she did, and she was just like, uh-huh. It's not really small talk. It's like, when people are nervous about stuff, my grandfather was like this too. When I'm nervous about something, I joke a little bit. I don't necessarily do small talk. I just, you know, kind of break the ice, ease the tension a little bit. Humor's a good thing. It's not like I'm sitting there doing a whole routine with her. I mean, I was trying to get a rise out of her a little bit, so I said like a couple things. But when I saw that I wasn't getting a response from her, I was just kind of like, okay, it's kind of weird. Obviously getting a response from the guy who's next to me who's getting his blood drawn. He seems to enjoy it. And the lady, I heard a nurse in the other room laughing pretty hard. And considering the other guy who wasn't the person she was, you know, helping or doing service to or whatever wasn't talking, either she just started laughing out loud because something in her head, or what I said was actually pretty funny when I was having my blood drawn. But yeah, nothing from the person who was working on me, even afterwards. I was thinking, okay, she's just holding it on until after we get done with the stuff. But nope. Just the lady from India that had no sense of humor at all. It's kind of scary. But yeah, that's what it was like. But I made the ultrasound lady laugh a little bit too much that she actually had to stop when she was doing the ultrasound, so. Interesting. What up, Chad? Laughter is the best medicine. It works. Do you think that we'll finally see Billy D. Williams as Two-Face in the Flash movie? No. I don't think so. You'll see Billy D. Williams as Two-Face in the Batman comics, the 89 Batman books. But as for, unless he's signed up to be Two-Face in the Flash movie, we don't really know. Nobody knows what characters are going to show up in that movie. It's very tight with their security. The only characters that people know are in the movie right now is Barry Allen's dad, Iris West, Flash, Keaton, Supergirl. Nobody even knows the villain yet. I'm pretty sure the villain is going to be Reverse Flash. Or it could be an evil version of Barry Allen as a Reverse Flash. We'll see. Grant Gustin does have a cameo. That's been confirmed. And possibly Brandon Routh. And that's it for the CW actors. Linda Carter is supposedly rumored to have a cameo in the movie. And some actress is being brought on to play Wonder Woman. And possibly playing the Brazilian Wonder Woman from the comics. And that's it for known people that are going to appear, like, soon on the Flash set. But I mean, the movie goes till August, so it could be anybody's guess. Most people believe that Affleck and Ezra Miller already shot their scenes before going to England, so that's probably why you don't see Affleck right now. Also, he's no longer getting into Batman shape. He was about a month and a half ago when the Flash movie first started filming. When they were filming in America a little bit. So it's possible that he already did his filming already. Which would mean it's very, very little that you'll see of Affleck's Batman. Probably only like 1 or 2 scenes, most likely. Unless he's going to be flying to England in August. Who knows? Like I said, the filming of the movie is supposed to end sometime in mid-August. So if Affleck is going to England anytime soon, I mean, that would be an indication that he's going to be filming more. But I have a feeling that he already did his stuff. Because right now he's hanging out with his ex-girlfriend, J-Lo, all over the place. So. Now comes the fun of waiting for another match. Does that mean Ben Affleck is fat? No, he's not. It's just Batfleck. That's just his name. Good evening. Hey, Fox. The DCU just looks so hopeless now, sad. Yeah, Thanos, I agree. They should do Red Death as the main villain since he has ties to both Batman and the Flash. That would require some intelligence on the Flash part, so I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna play it safe and have Reverse Flash in the movie. I'm a new subscriber. Love your vids. Thank you. This is a live stream though, but I appreciate it. Not to get technical or anything like that. We did post a new video today with Sephiroth versus Kazuya. Alright, I think this group is glitched. Yeah, I think this group is glitched. I don't think we're gonna get into a match. I'm gonna have to eat everybody. I'm gonna have to cast everyone out. Which is a bummer, but... keeps timing out. What movies are you excited for in 2022? Marvel or DC? Probably DC more than Marvel. The only movie I'm really interested in is the Spider-Man movie. And that comes out this year, supposedly. Unless it's getting moved, it's still planned for December of this year, so that's the only movie I'm really interested in. I think for the entire year, that's the only movie I'm interested in. Next year is Black Adam and Batman and The Flash. So, yep. 2022 I'm very interested in. I don't even know if I'm going to see the Suicide Squad movie, to be honest. I might, but I don't know. All depends, I guess. Yeah, this thing might be bugged. I don't know. Whoops. What is it, Zelda? Watch the Loki movie again. And just to let you know, Loki and Fortnite is kind of glitched. Ah! Interested in seeing the Black Widow movie turns out this year. I don't know. I've given up on the Black Widow. Other than Spider-Man, I'm not interested in the MCU anymore. It just doesn't... I mean, that one Shang movie, Shang-Chi or whatever, kind of interests me, but everything else is just kind of meh. I don't care for the Eternals. I don't care for Captain Marvel. I kind of like the idea of Doctor Strange and the multiverse thing. And I have a feeling that the Spider-Man movie and the Doctor Strange movie are going to kind of be connected. Like, it might start... The overall story would start in Spider-Man's movie, Far From Home. And then it would probably have, like, more proper storytelling and something in Doctor Strange's multiverse thing. Or at least some Spider-Man character would. That's my guess. And that to me sounds interesting. Everything else I don't care about. I don't have an interest in it. And for DC, the only things I'm interested in is Black Adam, the Batman, and the Flash. Any other movies they have coming out next year, I don't care about. Not a big fan of their upcoming HBO Max things either. I want them to kind of retcon what they're doing with the Green Lantern and do a Jon Stewart show. But they won't. Maybe they can't because the CW is actually going to turn Diggle into Green Lantern, but I doubt it. They should, but will they? I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of the same, Thomas. Release date of Streets of Rage 4, Mr. X Nightmare is July 15th. Awesome. Do you think they should have added a Spidey skin to Fortnite? Yes. How do you feel about Clark taking 2 months before he's available for Fortnite? Clark is busy playing Fortnite to really want to be in Fortnite. There's your answer. What do you think the storyline about in Marvel's Spider-Man 2 video game? Venom. Venom and the symbiote. And probably Green Goblin. If Nightwing leaves the Titans, would you still be interested in the show? Not if they kill him. If they kill Nightwing, I'm done with Titans. I have no interest in it. If they kill Nightwing to prop up Tim Drake, I'm done with Titans. I don't care. I would most likely watch the Red Hood spin-off show over Titans, because the Red Hood spin-off show is happening. So if they kill my boy Nightwing, I'll become a fan of Red Hood's TV show. Or sorry, HBO Max miniseries or whatever. The CW should just quit before it rots anymore. It's had a good run. MCU is dead and it took Stan Lee with them. Ouch. What is my favorite MCU movie? Captain America: First Avenger. I really like how that movie went. I like the story. I like period movies. Especially like World War II movies. And they handled that really well. It fit perfectly for Cap. And it combined effortlessly. It combined so well with the Avengers movie. Like the ending of where Captain America is running around in the future world that he has no idea is the same place he was in. I mean, that was perfect. Winter Soldier was really good too, but I still like the first Avenger better. Although I thought Sam was one of the best elements of the Winter Soldier movie. I love the relationship between Sam and Steve. I thought that was awesome. It was like the Bucky and Steve of a new era. If you want to be in the chat, okay. I think Green Goblin should be saved for Marvel Spider-Man 3. He is Peter's greatest enemy after all. He's probably going to show up in oh my gosh, did we actually get in? No. Tropical Thunder. I see what they did there. They handled that so well. They handled that so well. I don't think we're gonna get another match. And Loki, you trickster. Poor balloon guy. He got the point of that. Yeah. Unpopular opinion, Jared Leto's Joker is kind of awesome. You're entitled to your opinion, even if it's wrong. No. I'm not a fan of Jared Leto's Joker. Loki's back-libbing. What? Back-libbing looks kind of like butchered. Luke, did you like WandaVision? No. I liked part of it, but I didn't like the ending of the show. And some of the other aspects to it. I didn't like how Wanda was essentially the villain of the show, but there were no consequences for her whatsoever. I like the idea that they had Doctor Strange originally confront her in the pitch for the WandaVision show. Like, he was going to show up and actually tell her, you know, that what she's doing is wrong and she needs to do this and that. But people said that they didn't want Doctor Strange to show up and mansplain a woman. So they basically rewrote the stuff without Doctor Strange's involvement. And it just became like a female power trip without any consequences to it. So, like, what literally Wanda did is very bad. It's very supervillain-like. Dear old dad Magneto-like, kind of. Enslaving an entire town just to live out her fantasy with her dead lover, basically. Messing with people's minds and their lives and warping their town and doing all kinds of stuff. Yes, she was grieving, but at the same time, there needed to be consequences for what she did, and there wasn't. It was just kind of like, oh, I'm a superhero now. I have my Wanda costume, and it just, I don't know. I felt like the show was going a different direction than it did, and I didn't like the direction it went, basically. Just like, I liked how Captain America and the Winter Soldier TV show, I liked where it was going, but I didn't like how it got there. Or something like that. Am I going to see the She-Hulk show? Maybe. K-Wing, in Loki's show, do you think the Infinity Stones could get power again? I don't know. You know, because you never have consequences for your actions. Yeah, right. I thought I was gonna too, but it ended stupid. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Come on, I want to get in another match. We might have to exit out of this, and you know what? We are gonna exit out, because this isn't working. Yeet. Close. Start up again. Bump. Also, if Superman is the big draw of this aliens thing, shouldn't he be front and center in that picture? And the Men in Black lady should be like, I don't know, near Superman. They have Superman so far in the back. That's the only reason people even care about Fortnite Invasion, is because Superman's going to be in it in August or something. Try this again. Old Man Steve show? I don't know. I don't think I want an Old Man Steve show. No, I'm good. See, this is one of the main reasons I don't like streaming Fortnite, though, is it's impossible to get in matches some nights. You just sit here forever. And it's like, are you entertaining enough to keep your audience engaged and stuff when there's nothing even happening in the game? I'm changing my thing, though. I'm getting rid of his glider. I'm going to my Frost Dragon. Whoops. There we go. And, no cape. We're getting rid of the cape, because we can. There we go. So, Loki will have the Tesseract, and he'll have a Frost Dragon. Maybe that'll fix things. Or not. Nope, it doesn't matter. No capes. Old Man Steve doing old man stuff for 26 minutes. Yeah, I wonder what other stories they could tell if Tobey's Spider-Man... With Tobey's Spider-Man, it felt like the arc should have ended after 3. They were planning 2 more movies. Before, you know, Spider-Man 3 got the axe, or Spider-Man 4 got the axe and rebooted with Andrew Garfield. There were going to be at least 4 or 5 movies of Spider-Man. And the 4th or the 5th movie was supposed to star Bruce Campbell as, you know, what's his name? Give me a minute. Fishbowl Head is Mysterio. There we go. I was going to have Bruce Campbell be Mysterio. But it didn't work out, obviously, because it never happened. Oh, we're never going to get into another match, are we? I'm losing my patience. We've been waiting so long. Come on, Loki. Let us play a game. He's like, no, I don't think I'll let you. I don't think I will. Leave group. Try again. Yeet. We could still get Spider-Man 4 if Tobey plays Spider-Man again. I mean, technically. MCU is going downhill mostly. I don't see so much getting close after Endgame. I still think we'll get Spider-Man 4 because there are some rumors that will happen. I mean, we'll see. If Tobey is really in the Spider-Man Far From Home movie and he has a bug that he wants to continue to play Spider-Man in their multiverse, then I suppose he'll stick around. Spider-Man sticking. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, note to self. Monday night, what is it? Monday night or Tuesday night? What is today? Wednesday. Wednesday night's a bad night for Fortnite. A very bad night. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's actually Thursday? Holy cow. Really? Wow. I can't tell if I'm doing unintentional puns or if I'm doing puns intentionally. That's how long I've been on at this gig. I can't tell you. Like, puns literally flow through my veins. Oh yeah, Sons of Gaming, I messaged you about some stuff. Read it when you get a chance, man. Have you seen the leaks that Lex Luthor and Batman Who Laughs will be in the final issue of Fortnite DC Comics? No, I haven't been paying attention to it. I haven't really been reading the Fortnite Batman crossover anymore. I don't care. It was getting kind of stale. No offense to people that like it. I thought it was good for like maybe 2 issues, and now it's just kind of run its course with me. I think that it's too long of a miniseries. It should have only been like a 3 or 4 issue comic, like series. The Fortnite invasion thing for DC. They're just dragging it out, and it just feels kind of bleh. Frost Dragon. Oh, man. Where the heck am I? Oh, never mind. I'm out of the tree. Alright. High five. High five me. I wouldn't agree that the MCU is not dying. It's not doing well. The numbers for Loki are down. The numbers dropped for Captain America and the Winter Soldier show, which started out as the Sam and Bucky show or whatever. I don't think the Eternals is going to have the same draw that Captain America or Iron Man did. Captain Marvel, the only reason that movie did well, it was a fluke because it was between Spider-Man and the Endgame movie. So it had a buffer of 2 amazing movies that lied to audiences and said you need to watch Infinity War in order to understand Captain Marvel, because there's some special stuff about Captain Marvel in Infinity War, and there's some Avengers stuff in the Captain Marvel thing. Which, in reality, no, there wasn't. There was a 30-second, end credit sequence with Captain Marvel and the Avengers in Captain Marvel's movie that led into Endgame. And there was a blurb in the Infinity War teasing Captain Marvel. That was it. You could have watched that on YouTube. You didn't have to go to the movie theater to do that. So they baited the audience. Audiences fell for it. Audiences are smarter now. So you're not going to have another billion-dollar Captain Marvel movie. Most likely. Especially if they're... I want them to be bold enough and release the Captain Marvel movie by itself without a buffer of 2 other popular movies like Black Panther and something else. Because then it will flop. Because it's feminist propaganda to, like, crank to 11. And there's fun feminist movies like Wonder Woman. But then you have, like, in-your-face, like, military feminist movies like Captain Marvel. And that movie should have fallen on its face. But, because it had... Which is funny. It's supposed to be an empowering movie, but it had, like, 2 male-dominating films. The Avengers Infinity War and Spider-Man basically lifting it up by its bootstraps. And without those movies, it would not have succeeded. It probably would have done well, but it wouldn't have been a billion-dollar movie. No way. So what I want Disney to do is I want Disney to release the Captain Marvel movie or the Marvels movie without anything in between it. Like, there needs to be, like, a massive space of, like, 2 to 3 months. And then that will prove that Captain Marvel is a failed franchise, because no one will care. But if they put it, like, 2 or 3 weeks before, like, the Black Panther movie, or, like, another Avengers movie or something like that, then it'll basically just, you know, vampire off those movies, just like it did before. Especially if they goat the audience into thinking that they need to see one to understand the other again. And that wasn't true. Like, literally, you didn't need to do that. So... the Eternals movie, I don't know. I guess it looks interesting, but most people I know that are huge MCU stans, they don't care about the Eternals, and they're not going to go see it. Most of my friends that like the Avengers movies, they're going to check out the Shang-Chi movie. They keep telling me about that, and I might go see that in the fall. I haven't decided yet, but it's possible. That's the only MCU movie they're interested in right now, is the karate guy. The mystical martial artist that has the Mandarin in his movie. That's what all my MCU friends are talking about. They don't even care about the Black Widow movie anymore. Some of them aren't even going to go see it. They don't care. They're just like, nah, I'm done with it. I'm more interested in this awesome Kung Fu movie. Because I like this actor. I don't... They should have released... Most of the people I talk to who like the Marvel movies, they said the Black Widow movie should have been released like 2 years ago. They keep delaying it, and there's really no interest in it anymore. It's just kind of like the hype is dead. They waited too long. All the hype moved over to, you know, MCU movies that are either in development, like the Spider-Man stuff, or... some of their upcoming fall movies. Like, not many people care about the Black Widow movie anymore. Which is sad, because that could have been something, but it'd be amazing if Disney's able to pull that out of the dirt. Because nobody's talking about it. Nobody on YouTube is talking about it either. They just don't care. They did talk about it a couple years ago when it was supposed to release. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. Everybody knows it's coming out. We'll see what happens. I'd feel bad for Scarlett Johansson if the movie doesn't do well, because she's been trying her hardest to get the movie made for so long. And Marvel finally agreed to make her movie after the Captain Marvel movie and some other stuff. But in reality, the Black Widow movie should have happened like 3 or 4 years ago. But whatever. Marvel knows better than everybody else, I guess. But people's reception of superhero movies is kind of waning. Like, the fad is ending soon. I don't see the next wave of Marvel movies being as successful as the original. You don't have Captain America. You don't have Iron Man anymore. Nobody likes Ironheart, the person who's going to replace Captain America. Sam is kind of a mixed bag. Like, people like Sam, but they don't like Sam as Captain America. That's why Sam wasn't Captain America long in Marvel Comics. He went back to being the Falcon. So, people want to see Captain America. They want to see Steve. They want Tony Stark. They want Peter Parker. And when you replace these characters, people don't really get happy with it. So, if they're at that point with their storytelling now that they're going to, they already got rid of Steve. They got rid of Tony. If they get rid of Peter, I mean, MCU is going to be in trouble. I'm not saying they are going to get rid of Peter. Like, I'm sure a Spider-Man will die in the Far From Home movie. That's the big tease. The question is, will it be Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland? And will they fast track, what's his name? Miles Morales for Spider-Man 4. Because now, I don't know, I think, what's his face? The kid who's playing Spider-Man said that he's kind of done with his Spider-Man contract. And he would love to play Spider-Man more, but maybe he's hinting that he's not going to be playing Spider-Man for a while. Who knows? I mean, he's going to become Nathan Drake anyway. They're currently filming the Uncharted movie for Sony, so that could be a really good franchise, I guess. I hope so, because if the Uncharted movie is good, then maybe they'll make more Uncharted video games. Or they'll reboot Uncharted. Who knows? I need more Uncharted. That's a really great, underrated game franchise that needs a lot more love. And they could do a lot of interesting things with that franchise. So, it'd be cool to see Tom Holland actually make that franchise popular. We'll see if he can do it. I don't know. I wish him luck. Because it's a cool property. Modern Indiana Jones is a good thing, especially when the Indiana Jones movies of late are just kind of like... And I honestly don't think that Disney can make a good Indiana Jones movie. It's going to be like their Star Wars movies. But, I mean, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. Have you guys heard that supposedly Favreau has won the Star Wars war, and Kathleen Kennedy is having, like, less power. So, all the cool stuff that Favreau was doing for Star Wars, and all the ideas that he wants, sounds like that stuff's going to be green-lighted. And some of those rumors a couple years ago were basically Ahsoka using the Veil of the Force and changing the future. Which means that the horrible Disney movies wouldn't be Star Wars canon anymore. Favreau's vision of Star Wars and what he wants to do with the child and all that other stuff would be the future of the Star Wars franchise. So all that stuff with the Disney Star Wars that people have a mixed bag on would be completely erased. Or not necessarily erased, it would just be another way that things could transpire. But that means we'd get more Luke Skywalker, we'd get more of the child, we'd get more of Boba Fett, more of Lando, maybe Mara Jade, all kinds of stuff. Because Favreau is kind of a Star Wars genius, which never thought that would happen. But, I mean, the guy's a really good director, and he's very good at bringing justice to these fictional characters, whether it's Marvel stuff like Iron Man, or, it's Star Wars. I really like what he did with Ahsoka. I kind of want Ahsoka to have her own show, like that Favreau does, because that'd be awesome. Maybe it could happen, who knows? But, yeah. That's the big rumor going around right now, is that Favreau beat Kathleen Kennedy, and she's out. He's in. And he's got a lot of different plans for Star Wars than she ever did. Because her Star Wars thing that she tried to push failed. Their whole relaunch of those terrible Star Wars books. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was, but it caused so much controversy last year. Or was it this year? It was the start of this year. Nobody's talking about it anymore because it bombed. But it was something Republic. I don't know. I don't remember. Like, it did not do well. And that was supposed to be a relaunch of everything Star Wars. Like, they had fat Jedis and Jedis with like bad eyesight and all kinds of stuff. All kinds of very strange stuff that nobody wanted to read about. Or, you know, watch shows on or whatever. So, as a classic Star Wars fan, I have to say I'm pretty happy. Like, I'm glad that most of that trash is disappearing. Because it, you know, it really rocked the Star Wars fandom. Like, the real Star Wars fandom. The people that, you know, grew up with it and things like that. And it felt like it was hijacked by Twitter crazies for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And now it's like, with the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett and all this other stuff, it feels like it's kind of becoming cool again. Not necessarily cool again, but also good. I'm still surprised that the Mandalorian is one of the best things that Disney has put together in a long time. Like, that was gold. It was everything that you wanted in a Star Wars show to happen, and it happened. It's kind of incredible. So, high hopes for the Book of Boba, and if they do that Ahsoka, like, Veil of the Force thing, because I think that'll actually bring back a lot of Star Wars fans. If they retcon the terrible Disney trilogy, I think you're going to bring back tons of Star Wars fans that have basically abandoned ship, that just don't care anymore. So, especially if they bring back the Legends universe, or they, like, somehow make Mara Jade canon, that would do it. Oh, it's 11 o'clock now? Yay. A few years ago, somebody asked you what order that you watched Star Wars. I was tempted to say 4, 5, and 6. That's it. Favreau, he likes the Legends canon. Yeah, he likes elements of the Legend canon, but he also like he takes the good and he like yeets the bad, because not everything about the Star Wars extended universe from the 80s or the 90s through the 2000s was gold. There was some, like, you know, shiny turds in that canon stuff. There were things that some people didn't like, for instance, Luke Skywalker in the Legends universe. At one point, he became Darth Vader in a sense, which later he says, "Oh no, I wasn't really coerced by the dark side. I was undercover to try to find Emperor Palpatine's clone or something." When in reality, yeah, he fell to the dark side for several years, and it was weird. And then they did a soft retcon when he met Mara Jade or something. So I mean that stuff was stupid. And how they killed Chewbacca was dumb. And how they did some other stuff didn't work. But the thing that was interesting about the Legends universe is the Skywalker line essentially goes for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And then there comes a point where the Jedis go extinct again, and then you have the adventures of Luke's like great grandson. I don't remember his name. I think it's Cade Skywalker, and he's basically like a Jedi that's one of the last of the Jedi, and he's essentially kind of like the Han Solo character. So they took the Jedi concept and part of it, and they combined it with like the bad boy mercenary guy, like, you know, Han Solo, and that was Luke's, you know, future descendant. And Luke would appear as a Force ghost and kind of try to talk to this guy every once in a while. And this dude wanted nothing to do with, you know, the ghosts of the past or anything. Like, he's a Han Solo-esque character. And that was really cool. That would have been a fun movie series, actually. I'm pretty sure it was Cade Skywalker. I don't remember. I remember reading a couple comics, like right after we got married or something like that. Ow. But, you know, I can't tell you what the name of the Star Wars comics were that had this character. But he didn't look like your traditional Skywalker character either. That's something that Disney could have done. But they decided not to. Like, Kathleen Kennedy had a lot of weird ideas that did not pan out. And with the failure of that Star Wars Republic thing that they launched and controversial people they had attached to it, and just nobody cares about Star Wars anymore, except The Mandalorian. Like, there are a lot of people I know that are, I wouldn't say just classic Star Wars fans, people that enjoyed the books and the video games and the Star Wars material from all kinds of different sources. They were fans of Knights of the Old Republic, and they hate Disney Star Wars. So there's the wide variety of Star Wars fans that just don't like Disney Star Wars. They don't even count The Mandalorian as part of Disney's run. They say that's Favreau, because Favreau understands it. Like, he has a love and a passion for it. There was no real passion for the Star Wars trilogy. It felt like all the characters were like two-dimensional, and even when they brought back the original characters just felt like they were kind of like out of place. They didn't have the same soul or the same fire with them. They were there. They were just there to try to like put butts in the seat and to get like older fans to come back and be like, "Hey, look, we're showing justice to your favorite characters." When in reality, no, they killed off Han Solo, they killed off Luke, they killed Leia, did all this stuff. I'm surprised Billy D. Williams made it out alive, but he did, because you know what would happen if they killed Billy D? It'd be like all over the news. It'd be like, so the new Star Wars movie, they killed Billy D. That's right, they killed the black character. It'd be all over the news. So I'm glad that Billy D. made it out alive. Because not only would that have been terrible, but also like that would have been the focus of all the bad stuff about the Star Wars thing. When the Star Wars movies were all bad enough, you didn't need to sully Billy D's name or use him as like a prop or something. But he made it through. Chewbacca made it. I don't know if Wedge showed up or not. Maybe he didn't want anything to do with the show. I don't know. But the Legend stuff did a lot of good stuff for Billy D's character. Like, Lando had a huge role. Much bigger than Disney Star Wars. Lando had a massive role in the Legends universe. And so did Wedge. Wedge, the leader of Rogue Squadron, after Luke gave command of Rogue Squadron, after the Hoth battle. And the escaping of Hoth is when Luke turned over Rogue Squadron. So Wedge had a very lengthy career and things like that. And the new Rogue Squadron movie that Patty Jenkins is doing, they're completely ignoring Wedge's stuff. Like, it's not going to follow the video games. It's not going to follow the books. It's just using the name Rogue Squadron to, again, to appeal to people's sense of nostalgia and to get them to come and watch the movie. When, from what I hear, most of the Rogue Squadron characters are going to be all women. And they're going to be fat women and alien women and all kinds of stuff. It's not the story about Wedge, and they're not even going to bring in the Wedge actor, I don't believe. Like, at least this is what I would do. If you were going to do a movie about Rogue Squadron, then you need to have Wedge involved some way. Like, he needs to show up in the movie. He could be like the whatchamacallit? He could be like the General Hawk of G.I. Joes. Like, he gives the mission briefing or something. Some type of, like, little nod to what existed beforehand. Just like the 2016 Ghostbusters movie should have had a bigger role for the classic Ghostbuster characters. Because it felt like not only were they dismissing what came before them, but also they were kind of like peeing all over it. You know? They just didn't care. They were just burying what came before it, and they almost killed the Ghostbusters brand. If it wasn't for the fans essentially boycotting that horrible movie, Ghostbusters would have died and we wouldn't have Ghostbusters Afterlife. That would have been it. Ghostbusters would be dead and gone. But, you know, thankfully that movie flopped. And a good movie and a good franchise. Ghostbusters has been revived. The son of the original director showed interest in Ghostbusters because that movie tanked. And the Ghostbusters brand might be okay now. We'll find out. I mean, it's sad Egon never got to be a part of it, but, I mean, that's Bill Murray's fault. Bill Murray stamped his feet for 20 years and just didn't want anything to do with the Ghostbusters anymore. They should have just done the movie without him. It should have been Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson, and they could just say that if I was those guys, I would just say Bill died. Bill died. Have some type of comic accident that happened, and like he ended up becoming a ghost or something, you know. That's what happened to Bill Murray. And then maybe if those movies did well, then Bill would show up again and be like, oh, we were joking about Billy being dead. But then at least you could have had Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, and Dan Aykroyd do something funny with the Ghostbusters, even though essentially Bill was just throwing a tantrum for 20 years, being a prima donna. Because, you know, we never got all the Ghostbusters to reunite, like, while they were still alive. I mean, at least 3 of them are coming back, but Ernie and Dan Aykroyd always wanted to make more Ghostbuster movies. It was just Bill that would not play ball with the rest of the cast. And that's not gossip or rumors. He admitted to that. Several interviews, he was just like, I just don't want doing it. He says, we did the second one. Third one would be terrible. That's what he was always saying. He says, we'll never do a third one. Because he speaks for all the Ghostbusters, even though Ernie and all these other guys wanted it, you know, because they saw that there was still love for the Ghostbusters franchise. Especially when they went to conventions and stuff like that. Bill didn't go to conventions. Bill didn't care. So I would have said, I even said like 15 years ago, they should have just done Ghostbusters 3 without Bill Murray. You could have had Oscar, the son of Bill Murray, from his marriage to Sigourney Weaver. Like, Oscar could have been the 4th Ghostbuster or something. There's a lot of things they could have done, should have done, but they didn't do. So, that's how it works. But, like I was saying, I think Favreau, he's got a good head on his shoulder. He understands what to do. And he can really bring Star Wars back to the forefront. But it's a good idea that if you're going to use older characters to try to appeal to an older audience to get them to come see your movie, even though those characters aren't the focal point, it's a good idea for them to just be present so, you know, it just eases things in a little bit better. Like, the new movie that's coming out, Aftermath, that's basically a passing of the torch movie, but I think it'll be handled very well. The fact that you're doing Rogue Squadron without Wedge involved with it at all just seems wrong. It's like, it's just in name only. Just like Star Wars is in name only with Disney at the moment, except for when Favreau is doing stuff with it. And the sad thing is they could actually get directors that would really want to be interested in making a good Star Wars property, but they don't care about that. They care about forcing all kinds of stuff in their movies, and story and character development is secondary to, you know, just making sure that the right amount of people make it in the movie that are supposed to. And that doesn't make a good movie. That's, I don't know what to describe that as. It's something, but it doesn't usually translate into a great movie. It might get you, like, pats on the back or something, like for Twitter or Tumblr, but is that really where you want to have your standard of, like, whether something is good or bad? Because those people flip on a dime about what they like and what they don't like every day. They're not consistent with their opinions. It changes with the wind. They could be for you one day and the next day they hate you. There's no reasoning with Twitter. They're insane. So to base your entire strategy on whether Twitter is patting you on the back is just lunacy. You know? I don't understand that. You think you would actually want fans that like your stuff to kind of be your guiding rod, like that thing that helps you find water in the desert, you know? You think you would want like people that actually care about your brand and stuff like that to be the force that you will to point you in the right direction. Same thing with the MCU. Like, there's lots of ways they could have gone with the next wave of the MCU, but they chose to ignore that. And I guess we'll see what happens with it. But the fact that so many of their fans are just like, kind of like, I don't really care anymore. I don't think that's what they thought was going to happen with the next wave of the MCU. But we'll see what happens, I suppose. We'll see. I still don't... I agree with a lot of people. I don't think it's going to be as big as it was 10 years ago. I think that also this is going to impact DC's movies and superhero films in general. Like, there's going to be a new fad. Maybe it'll be action-adventure movies again, or big-budget, like, action movies, or rom-coms, or who knows. Fads don't last more than 10 years, usually. You're lucky if you get 10 years as a fad, actually. Look what happened in the 80s and 90s. Like, those action movies, like, things like with Bruce Willis and Harrison Ford, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, what's his name? I know I missed somebody. Chuck Norris. Those type of movies, like, for everything there's a season. They worked really well from the mid-'80s until, like, the early 90s, but then they kind of fell off the map, and they were replaced with, like, more thriller-based, high-stakes movies. Not necessarily, like, everything explodes, but, like, you have 24 hours to find this person before they're killed, or there's a bomb on this bus, and we need to get these people off. You had things like Speed and all this other stuff. Like, those type of thriller movies, like, really were what Hollywood liked. The Hunt for Red October and all this other stuff. And then kind of the action movies came back a little bit, but they were more like spy-oriented with the James Bond stuff in the mid-'90s. And I don't know what the fad is now, but the superhero movies really started to take off by like 2008. So I don't... Even then, I wouldn't even say 2008. Like, the first Iron Man movie didn't do very well financially. The Dark Knight was the most popular movie of 2008. Even with Heath Ledger's passing. I would say probably by the time the Avengers movie came out, that's when the superhero movies really hit the ground running. And just after that, like, really took off. But before then, they kind of, like, they were doing well, but they didn't have, like, that, you know, major push. So we'll say, like, 2012, and right now it's 2021. So I guess by next year, we'll see what happens if they're able to keep, like, every movie they release, like, be $1 billion. But we'll find out. I don't think so. I think because of the way the pandemic is, and how most people I talk to, they haven't gone back to the theater at all. I know, like, maybe like one or two people who still love the theater as much as they did, you know, prior to the world being shut down. Everybody else, they don't care. They enjoy watching stuff on their television. Because they save money, too. They're like, the theater is such a... One person told me that movie theaters, to them, it just feels very archaic. Like, it's just like, it's kind of like old world. Like, you know, somebody even told me, like, their view of the world now is like pandemic and post-pandemic world. And they don't don't do a lot of stuff that they did pre-pandemic. They, especially because they got to see how they could juggle their bank account more, and they have more money now. So I mean, they've cut things out of their life that they didn't need. And one of those things with the movie theater, this one couple told Amber and I that they spent close to $200 a month on movies, like going to the movie theater or something like that. And ever since they got like Disney Plus and HBO Max and stuff like that, and Amazon Prime, they actually are saving a decent amount of money to watch almost as many movies as they want. You know, they still watch a lot of movies, mind you. They just don't go to the theater. And I asked them, does that mean, you know, once the pandemic is over, you guys are going to go back to the movie theaters? And they're like, no. It's like maybe once in the blue moon we'll go for like a big release or something like that. But they told me none of the movies coming out really interest me. I was like, even the Batman movie? You're a diehard Batman fan. He's like, yeah, I don't know. He said, maybe. If they put it on HBO Max or something, I'd watch it. It's like, you're not going to go to the theaters in March to see it. And he's like, are you, Luke? I said, probably. He said, probably? I said, I don't know. I mean, I've had issues with theaters ever since the Dark Knight Rising incident in Colorado. I don't feel safe in theaters. But on top of that, now I have to worry about people's germs and stuff like that, and an illness. Doesn't really make me jump up and down when Amber says, I want to go on to see dinner and a movie. It's kind of like, you know, that's just me. But the thing is, there are other people that think about, like I do too. They don't want to go back to the movie theater. Because they worry about getting sick. Because now that everybody has the, you know, end-all vaccine or whatever, nobody's really cleaning and taking care of stuff anymore. The only places that are really cleaning up after people are doctors, and they've always done that. Doctors have always, which I don't think people realize, but after every patient would enter like a hospital room or whatever, it was the RN's job or like a medical assistant to basically clean up the examining room. Same thing with the dentist's office. They always did that. They would disinfect and they clean and stuff like that. And you know, because of the pandemic and stuff like that, grocery stores and fast food places, they would clean up more than they ever did. But now that things are kind of going back to normal, they've stopped cleaning, even though things are not back to normal. So in reality, they should keep cleaning to keep their customers safe, and they're not. And more customers are getting sick again. So it's just kind of like, you know, everybody's in a fast track to go back to normal when it's not over. Not even remotely. It just appears over because I have a theory. This is my reasoning because, you know, I'm on medication right now for the pain in my leg. So maybe I'm thinking clearer, or I just don't care what I say. But I have a feeling that they stopped counting the numbers, that they froze them, or they deflated the numbers, because they want people to go and, you know, get this shot and get as many people with it. But they stopped counting like the people who are dying and the people who are contracting this stuff, so that it looks like everything is going well when in reality nothing's really changed. It's just people's combating of it has stopped or has lessened, because the area I'm at, I haven't I was talking to a doctor today when I was having the examination, and I was in the machine prior to the ultrasound, and I was like, well, things appear to be going good. Like on my phone here, you know, there's only been like 15 new cases of COVID. And the doctor looked at me. He was like, that's wrong. He said, in our hospital alone, we've administered 150 people today with COVID. And I'm like, but the thingy here on my phone says 15, and only 2 people died this week. And he's like, that's a fantasy world, son. It was like, wow. And I know the government lies. I mean, it's the government, but it's just, you know, It's interesting. So I mean, I wouldn't trust everything that's going on, honestly. There's more going on than people understand. You know? So, yep. Yepers. That's why I'm terrified doing all this stuff too, because I don't want to go and get all these tests done during this stuff. I haven't gotten my cavity filled yet, because I don't want to be sitting in a doctor's office, or you know, with my mouth open wide, with this thing going on, like in this part of Pennsylvania that apparently is pretty bad, and my phone is not updating me with the correct numbers about what's going on in my area. That seems like all kinds of wrong. I mean, I think that's wrong. But, you know, it's kind of like what the Dark Knight Joker said. Like, it's all part of the plan. If you say a certain thing is going to happen, nobody freaks out because it's just part of the plan. But if you change the narrative of the day and say something else, then everybody loses their mind and freaks out. But if you say, essentially, this many people are going to get sick, and this many people are, you know, not going to recover, then everybody's just kind of like, oh, that's too bad, but I guess that's just what it is. But if people find out what's really going on, then people freak out. You know? It's like the Dark Knight was telling the future. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know. You know, like how The Simpsons tells the future sometimes? Or people say The Simpsons are like future people. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of weird. I don't know if I believe in all that, though. Like, if the Simpsons really did predict the future, or they just, like, maybe saw things leaning one way, and they were just kind of like, they got lucky. But the thing is that people say about that show is apparently they get lucky a lot. So, I don't know. Ugh. I don't even see what the big deal is. I can't even feel my leg anymore, really. It's there. Hello, leg. So what's going on with you guys? I'm just running around here as Loki, dying a lot. That's one of my guys. I did say I'm not doing another stream tonight yet, because I'm not doing another stream tonight. I don't think I can. I don't even think I could get off this couch without help tonight. I feel funky. Whoopsies. Come on, I just want to shoot somebody. You're on my team, that doesn't count. That wouldn't even be friendly fire. Let's see, who would I want to see from Marvel? Do we have Scarlet Witch in this game yet or no? I think they're going to put Scarlet Witch in this game. Unless she's already in it, and then I'm right. Let's see, who else from Marvel would I want in this? They haven't added Scarlet Witch. They already have they have the Flash, so they could do Quicksilver. That would be easy. Could they get away with putting MODOK in this? Would that be too weird? Maybe like thin MODOK. I think thin MODOK would work. You just make his head really fat and give him a suit, or you know how they have that guy in Fortnite that like he looks like he's riding a pony, but not. I think there's a guy there's a skin where he's like It looks like he's riding a horse, but there's no horse. You could do that with MODOK. You give him a big head that's made out of like, what do they call that stuff that inflates? Balloons. Give him like a big balloon head, and then you have like a person running around in the suit, and that's how they move their arms and legs. But the suit is inflated over them like a big balloon, and then you have MODOK. They could do that. I don't think they would do that though, but they probably could. Oh yeah, real talk. I think they're gonna do Scarlet Witch, and if they have Superman, then they'll do Vision. And let's see, maybe. I don't think they would do Jean Grey. No, I don't think Jean Grey would work. Spider-Man. If they're doing a big push for Spider-Man, they need to put Spider-Man in this. Spider-Man needs to be in this. That's what I would think. Alright, let's do one more. And then I'm gonna call it a night. Time to pitch Dexter's Lab reboot. Superman is August, yeah. Scarlet Witch is already in the game? No, she's not. Not in this reality. See, look. You got... I don't know who that is. Ant-Man, Panther, Black Widow, 1. No, that's Black Widow 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I know there's more. 25. And no Scarlet Witch. Not that I'm seeing. So yeah, I would do Scarlet Witch because the TV show. And I would like to see... I'd like to see Sam. But I think I want to see Sam as Falcon, but they probably won't do that. They would put Sam in here as Captain America. But I want Sam as Falcon, because they have tons of these floaty characters. They could do the same thing for Sam. Let's see, who else? Maybe... Do they have Gamora in this? Oh, that's right. I'm not counting... I don't have Star-Lord. I never have Star-Lord. So I don't have Star-Lord. So there's probably 27 Marvel characters in total. I have 25 or 26 Marvel characters. But I don't have Star-Lord, or... They never show up for me. Was that counting Thanos? Yeah, I think it was. They never released Star-Lord. They should. What they need to do is when the Guardians of the Galaxy game comes out, they should have Star-Lord show up. Like a limited time in Fortnite. Like, hey, here's Star-Lord again. And we added another skin or something. And then I could get Star-Lord, probably. Star-Lord hasn't come back since his first appearance. They need to add Moon Knight. Yeah, there you go. Thanos' skin is thick. Or both Cap and Falcon. Luke, I'm getting a show that takes place after the Mandalorian episode I'm in. Woo, go Ahsoka! Rocket! Do that Veil of the Force thing. You'll be my best friend. Luke shows Ninja. I don't know who that is. Every fan Ninja. Oh yeah, Doom! Did I not count Doom? Doom is in this. Doom is in. There's 20, 27, 28 Marvel characters. There's a version of Black Widow, then there's a movie version of Black Widow, and there's only one version of Star-Lord, I think. So, you love my videos, Red Hood? My video right now is weird because I'm on painkillers. This stream is weird. I feel weird. I'm gonna sleep for like 12, 13 hours. Probably. But thank you, Red Hood. Appreciate that. I'm not even gonna do anything. I'm just gonna have Loki fall just like this. He's not even... I'm not even gonna move him. It's just... We're gonna fall right in the water. Let's see if he falls right in the water. And just doing that. Nope, he's gonna miss the water. Nintendo X Fortnite. Mr. Loki, I don't feel so good. Do you think live-action Metal Gear would be good, yes or no? Depends who made it. If Hollywood makes it, no. If Japan makes a live-action Metal Gear movie, yes. Because Japan does the source material justice. Whereas America takes the source material and it just... Well, it uses some of it. Case in point, the Monster Hunter movie that Capcom approved, that was made in America and is just kind of Monster Hunter in name only. They basically did what what Hollywood did to Resident Evil. That's part of the reason why Japan is making their own Resident Evil thing, is because the American one is bad. Just like the Cowboy Bebop show that's being made is going to be terrible. But oh well. No, I'm just going to sit here with my popcorn. Oh, I'm going to be in my UFO instead. Yay! I'm here in my UFO. Did I watch Power Rangers Dino Fury yet? Luke, don't remind me of that movie. I'm sorry, Chad! Don't watch the Monster Hunter movie, Iron. Don't. Just, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. If I can instill wisdom in one thing tonight, it's don't watch the Monster Hunter movie. Watch Monster Hunter Stories, the anime, instead. You're welcome. Monster Hunter Stories, the anime, is fun. Monster Hunter, the movie, is lame. And they had giant monsters in it, but also that's about it. It was like, how do I explain it? Kind of like Mad Max meets Monster Hunter. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Mad Max meets Monster Hunter. That's what the Monster Hunter movie was, starring the lady from the Resident Evil movies. That's essentially what it was. It's like the director and the person responsible for greenlighting that movie maybe likes the idea of Monster Hunter, but they don't understand that Monster Hunter is essentially kind of like a medieval property. There's swords and bows and arrows and spears and not a lot of technology. This is basically, it was Monster Hunter, Mad Max, post-apocalyptic world type thing, and it just, meh, it was okay, I guess. I'm just gonna hang out here if that's cool. Hey, we're all hanging out on the spaceship, what up? Just here with my Tesseract. I'm gonna have my popcorn. Nope. Where's my popcorn? Yeah! There we go. Check it. I'm just eating my popcorn. I think I lost my phone. Oh, there it is. Where can I find the Monster Hunter Stories anime? 1 second. Let me see where the Monster Hunter anime is these days. Monster Hunter Stories. Chris Pratt, The Tomorrow World. I don't know what that is. Yeah, keep that spaceship alive while I look something up. Monster Hunter. It might still be on Amazon. Monster Hunter Stories. Nope. 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 I don't think it's still on. I think they yeeted it off Amazon. Actually? Yeah, they got rid of it. But guess what? You can watch the Monster Hunter movie starring the lady from Resident Evil on Amazon. Woo! 103 minutes that you'll never get back. You can buy Monster Hunter Stories, the anime, Season 1, for $24 on Amazon. And you get 12 episodes. So no, that's not gonna work. What about, maybe it's on Hulu. Let me see. Monster Hunter Stories. Whoopsies. Monster Hunter. Might have been moved to Crunchyroll. Oh my gosh! They have Monster Hunter, that horrible movie, on Hulu. That's funny. Alright, I'm on the Crunchyroll app right now. 1 second, please. Monster Hunter Stories. Monster Hunter. Nope, it's not on Crunchyroll, it's not on Hulu, it's not on Amazon Prime. Let's try Funimation. Going to Funimation. Monster Hunter Stories. I don't know why they wouldn't have that available, Monster Hunter. Considering... Yes, okay. Monster Hunter Stories Ride On has Season 1 and... Nope, Season 1. Season 1 is on Funimation app. And Extra. I don't know what Extra is. So they have all of Season 1. I don't know how many seasons they had, though. Let's see. What's the other thing? Netflix? Maybe Netflix has a whole show. So Funimation has Season 1 of Monster Hunter Stories if you're looking for it. No, I don't want to be stuck in here. I'm claustrophobic. Let me out. Oh, there's a door. That helps. And door helps out tremendously. Okay, on Netflix, let's see, Monster Hunter. So far we found, Timmy, that Monster Hunter is on, it looks like it's not on, Netflix. No. If you're gonna watch it, here's the good thing, if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can watch the first season of Monster Hunter Stories, called Ride On. I don't even know if that's the first season in the franchise. Chad would be able to tell you, I think. Chad, do you know? Who is my least favorite supervillain? Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is my least favorite villain. I think. I think Warner Brothers. Yep. Yeah, well, I mean, you have to pay for the Funimation app. I don't remember how much it is a month. You have to look it up. But yes, Monster Hunter Stories Season 1 is on the Funimation app. That's true. Ugh. I think I got disconnected. Am I even live right now? Am I live? Eh. Sparkly. I think I'm live. Do you like the Harley Quinn show, Luke? Ahsoka, it was kind of gory and pretty violent. But it was funny at times. I didn't like how they killed off a lot of Gotham villains though. Like, even though it was for laughs, I was just kind of like, meh. I would say Batman and Robin and Bride of Chucky, they are on my list. As villains, or... What's a movie that you will never get your wasted time back? Batman Bad Blood is a movie that I will never, ever be able to get out of my head, and I will never get a refund for, and I will never get that time back from that movie because it was so bad. Sailor Moon Crystal was released today on Netflix. That's cool. Anyone gonna buy the Switch Pro? Manny, the Switch Pro doesn't exist, man. It's not real. I'll tell you what the Switch Pro is. You want to know? The Switch Pro is basically Nintendo using a cloud service to play games that you can play already on the PS4. That's what the PS Pro is, or Switch Pro is. And the cloud service games actually do play really well and work well if you have a really good internet connection. That's the key thing. You have to have a good internet connection to play cloud games. I'm just gonna randomly shoot around so I look like I'm cool. Look at me on Loki, I'm shooting stuff, yeah! Oh wow, I killed somebody, yeah! Look at me, I look what I'm doing stuff. I accidentally killed 2 people. Just jumping around and shooting stuff. Yeah! Clearly I have lost it. No! I'm not gonna respawn in time, dang it. What about the KFC console? Still waiting for the real release date. Yeah. You killed Deadpool. Ha ha. Playing cloud games. What about Sephiroth games? Yeah. Square. What about Sephiroth games? Oh gosh. That's funny. You guys are fun. Okay, I'm done. No more for me. I went longer than I should have gone. Oh my gosh. Why do Fortnite streams always get weird? These are the only streams that get weird. Why? I don't understand. Is it just because the game is weird, or... These are the only streams I do that get so weird. Goodbye, people in the chest. I don't even know what that means. Alright, guys. That's it. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever this was. See you for Mario and Tennis at 4:15. I'm feeling a little deflated. Oh, you're talking about... Maybe it's because it's so late and you're getting tired. No, Thomas, because I usually stream until 1 in the morning. You should see my Mario streams. I never get weird in my Mario streams. It's only Fortnite. Maybe Fortnite is cursed or something. I don't know. It's weird. You got any ideas, Zelda? Nope, Zelda doesn't have any ideas either. Yeah, I'm planning on it. Did I say I was doing a tennis stream again? Oh, whatever. So you've got the community tennis thing tomorrow at 4. Golf. And then, I don't know what's happening at 6 o'clock. I thought I was doing Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. Now I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I was doing Mario tomorrow. But I don't know. There's no way the 10 o'clock thing is gonna work. It's just gonna be me. I don't mind if it's just me. It's just... Okay. Well, that's Loki. Loki is playing tricks on me. That or I'm just in a lot of pain from my foot. Probably both. The past 2 hours is a blur for me, sorry. Bring back the OG intro? Kappa. Go complain to Kappa. Ask them for permission because it's a cartoon intro. It's a cartoon thing, so clearly it was made for kids because it's a cartoon. Because adults apparently can't like cartoons. Only kids. Go email them. Make a petition and tell them the K-Wings want to use their awesome animated intro they paid a lot of money for. Instead of their thing that they're stuck in a Tron world. Alright, peeps. I'm out. That was weird. That was so